You're watching Training Camp with Adam Marburger, exclusively on CBT News.
Welcome to Training Camp. I'm your host, Adam Marburger, and it's a beautiful day to enhance a dealer's operations in F&I. So here's the deal. I want to talk about process today. And process is typically not the sexiest topic to train on, but it's critical. Here's what I know to be fact. Processes do not fail. People fail the process. I work with thousands of F&I professionals all over the country. And when I find people in a plateau, and I find those that have had setbacks, it's typically because we've gotten off track. I understand that there's exceptions to the rule, but we need to keep those as exceptions and not make them the new rule. So we're going to talk today about our black belt road to sale. And if you follow this road to sale, not only are you going to help more people sell more cars, sell more F&I products, but you're going to enhance the ownership experience for the retail customer, and the dealer principal is going to love what I'm about to say. You're going to reduce the speed of transaction, because what we're looking to do is reduce the speed that it takes to get in and out of the F&I office, and this process is designed to do just that. Step number one is the early F&I manager touch. I'm going to go off on a quick little tangent, so please forgive me. I'm passionate. I believe that the F&I manager's responsibility is to help the sales department facilitate transactions. I've spoken previous sessions on the responsibilities, the four major responsibilities of the F&I department. But today I want to talk about one major responsibility, and it's helping the sales department facilitate transactions. The days of the F&I manager sitting in the ivory tower, playing around, watching cat videos on YouTube, waiting for deals to be brought to them are over. If we're not working on our CITs or we're not with a customer, we need to be out of our office on the showroom floor at the tower helping salespeople and sales managers facilitate transactions. I'm going to share a very high-level technique that works brilliantly with you. Let's pretend for a minute that you have a consumer that's not a customer yet. You've got a retail consumer sitting on the showroom floor. Maybe they haven't test driven yet. Maybe they have driven and they're just waiting on figures. But they're sitting out on the showroom floor. I'm the finance manager. I'm just going to walk out to them. Hi, folks. I'm Adam, and you are? Great. I just want to come out and quickly introduce myself. I'm one of the finance managers here at XYZ dealership, and in the event that you purchase from us, I'm the one that just takes care of all the legal paperwork. I have found that some customers have some questions, and I'm the one here to answer those questions. My office is right over there. I have an open door policy. Come see me if I can help you. Oh, by the way, while you're waiting on your sales consultant, can I get you something to drink? Okay, great. Again, it was really nice meeting you. I hope I get to see you again later. Now I'm going to time out for a minute. What value does that bring? Answer that question to yourself. Why would a finance manager want to get up out of their office and say hello to a stranger before they ever agreed to transact? Well, let me just give you the answer. Because we're looking to make a positive first impression. See, when value exceeds the price and the individual in front of you somewhat likes you and somewhat trusts you, they will maybe buy from you. But if the person in front of you, the value exceeds price and they like you and they trust you, they will more likely buy from you. But here's the last scenario. If value exceeds price and the individual that's transacting with you really likes you and trusts you, they will most likely buy from you. So the first step of our road to sale is to make a great first impression. Get involved as early as you can in the transaction. The earlier F&I is involved, the more profitable the transaction is. But truthfully, the ownership experience and the buying experience is enhanced for the retail customer. That's what it's really about. So get involved early. Number two, the next actually 3 steps can be done intertwined in any order or at the same time. But we're going to talk about the deal audit. And this here I see for my newer F&I people, this is more for you. sit down, slow down so you can speed up. The best thing you can do is use your checklist. Make sure that all the proper documentation for you to proceed with the transaction is in the deal. Don't be afraid to hold your sales manager accountable. If it's a repeat offender and they keep pushing deals through with no insurance cards, you have the right and the obligation to slow the deal down to make sure we have everything in the deal jacket to proceed. The second part to this, which this next step, these kind of all flow together, is the sales manager conversation. So this is actually step number 3. But as I'm doing my deal audit, which is step number 2, I'm talking to the sales manager. Remember this. Your sales manager is the architect. The finance department is the finished carpenter. They're going to set it up. You're going to clean it up. We have to communicate together. So I'm going to sit down with my sales manager and thank him for the opportunity. Hey, I appreciate the deal, my friend. What can you tell me when you were structuring this deal? What information can you give me that will help enhance the experience for the customer? You're going to get that information from the sales manager. And then what you're going to do is you're going to invite your sales consultant to come sit down in your office. This is very important. This is step number 4. We skip this step, and I promise you, this step will pay dividends for years to come. When you get your salesperson down in front of you, before they vanish, bring them down in your office, sit down with them, and you need to thank them, you need to congratulate them, and you need to let them know that you appreciate them. Because you were sitting in your office and they were out bringing you an opportunity as a finance person. So you need to be so grateful for that opportunity. But here's another thing. It gives you the ability to build relationships with your salespeople. You know, a real simple, hey, I've been watching you. You've been doing a really, really good job. How many is this for the month? Oh, you got 10 already? You're halfway through the month? Sounds to me that you're going to have a great month. Hey, I just want you to know I'm paying attention. I'm watching you and I'm really proud. If there's anything I can do for you and help you, know that my door is always open. Now, what can you tell me about the customer? What we're looking to do here is to identify personality types, okay, by proxy. And what I mean by proxy is through your salesperson, you can find out a little bit about the customer that will help you kind of design your structure, okay? Now that we got those steps out of the way, and by the way, those steps should take you 4 minutes tops. Now we can get right back into the deal. We can reset the clock, and that is step number 5. It's a customer conversation. We've been trained for years to call them customer interviews. Quick story, I'm running a dealership in St. Louis. It's a BMW store. And my finance manager goes out on the showroom floor, and we had a retired gentleman buying a 7 Series. And my finance manager goes, sir, I need to sit down and do a customer interview with you. And the customer goes, son, I've been retired for 20 years. I ain't interviewing for nothing. In that moment, I realized, why do we even call it an interview? I squashed it. We don't call it an interview anymore. It's a casual conversation / reset the clock. Write this down for my viewers, for my F&I people, or dealers watching this to share with your sales teams. We want to reset the clock. We want to reset the clock with expectations. See, if you tell the customer, hey, I'm going to be with you in 5 minutes and it's 20 minutes, they're upset. But if you tell the customer, hey, we're a little busy right now, but I've already processed your application, you're probably looking to 20 to 40 minutes before I see you, but your time's not in vain. We're going to get you through the service department, get you scheduled. We're going to run through the owner's manuals. You gave them a realistic expectation. Now they're not mad at you. So the whole idea is this. We want to ask a couple of open-ended questions. Hey, when you came in here today, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, what were you trying to accomplish? What brought you out to our dealership today? Has anything changed in your driving habits from now to your previous vehicle? I noticed that you have a trade here. And one thing that I do know is this. We're retailing vehicles with higher mileage today more than we ever have before. And I know that almost all used cars have some new parts. What have you done to your vehicle that I can go ahead and share that information with my used car sales manager so we can make a decision if we're going to keep it or wholesale it? See, those are the type of questions. I don't ever want you to do this. How many miles do you drive a year? Who's all driving the car? Who's your insurance carrier? How are the potholes? That stuff's scripted. Your customer knows that eventually you're going to try to offer products and services. but you need to do it tactfully. And following this road to sale will help you do so. Let's move on now. Now let's get to the next step. It's step 6, real simple. We're going to prep the deal. And guess what? We're spoiled F&I people. We are spoiled because a lot of the times the sales managers already prepped your deal. It's already submitted over to the bank. It's already in the CRM. It's already pushed to the DMS. So really what we have to do is dot the I's, cross the T's, make sure, spell check everything, and start printing documentation and structure your menu. That should take you a couple of minutes. And now what we're going to do when our deal's tight and right and ready, we're going to get up out of our chair. We're never going to pick up the pager. Hey, Chris Jones, please bring your customer to finance. That is not putting yourself in a position to enhance the experience for the customer. Therefore, gross profits will go down. Therefore, it's not going to be a good repeat referral situation. We may not get our customer in the service department at that point. So it's important, okay? It's very important that we get up out of our chair, we get the customer, we bring them back to the office. Now the next step. This step is actually skipped quite often. It's the factory warranty presentation. Without exception on cash deals, lease deals, new cars, used cars, we must explain to the customer what was covered by the manufacturer's warranty. We must explain to them what's covered, what's not covered, their maintenance requirements. And then we need to identify what does it cost per hour to work on the car in the service department. What's your posted labor rate? Those are things we need to share. And then we transition into the next step. And this is where the magic happens, is in the menu presentation. Now, let me ask you a question. Which menu presentation is a little bit easier? The menu presentation where you never talked to the customer, you waited for the salesperson to bring them to you, you skipped the customer conversation, you really didn't talk to your salesperson at all, you loaded up the menu based on the bank call, based on your agenda, and you just decided to rush things and get right to it. Or you have the option where you got involved early, they know who you are, you reset the clock well, you have good communication with them, they like you, they somewhat trust you, and then you do your factory warranty presentation, then go into your menu. Which is a better opportunity? I think the answer is the second one. We all agree. But why are we not doing the second one? Why are we allowing our people to skip these steps? So I challenge all of us when it comes to process, we just need to tighten up a little bit. Now, through our menu, we go into close and disclose. Step number 9 is close and disclose. It's not about what you make in F&I, it's about what you keep. Okay? Customers are savvy today. We want to thoroughly disclose the retail installment contract. We want to disclose all pricing, and we want to get signatures. And then the last step is a step that I was never trained on. Step number 10, ensure customer satisfaction. See, F&I's, we're trained on selling. We're trained on overcoming objections. We're trained on selling cash customers, problematic customers on cash deals. We get trained on that, but we're not trained on serving and loving and helping people. Because the most important thing we can do, step number 10, is to build a relationship. When that customer leaves the F&I person's office, they need to go, you know what, that individual cared about me. I really like that individual. If you can do that, you have a customer for life, your repeat referral business goes up, your profit per transaction goes up, your products per transaction go up, and then your customer's experience is enhanced. So my friends, I just shared with you my black belt road to sale. Chances are it's similar to what you're doing. There might be a few things that I tweaked here and there and I've enhanced, but I challenge you to take a good look at what you're doing within the 4 walls of your store. And if we're not following our process, somebody has to hold that process accountable. And if we do that, to the moon we shall go. I appreciate you joining another session here in Training Camp, hosted exclusively by CBT News. I hope you're back sooner than later.
Thanks for watching Training Camp with Adam Marburger, exclusively on CBT News.